All right, we'll kick off the post Coors Light pole qualifying press conferences for Sunday's 21st annual Auto Club 400. Starting on the front row in P2, driver of the number 11 Sport Clips Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, and that is Denny Hamlin. This is Denny's 5th front row start at Auto Club Speedway. I thought it was kind of interesting. You mentioned on television there that you are wanting this win more than any other. Can you maybe expound upon that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. It's been at the top of my list really since 2013 of tracks you want to win at. I like the racetrack. It's been a great one for us. We've come very close. Like I said, it's been tough on me physically and mentally. So you want to kind of overcome and get a win at a track like this for sure.
Great. Thanks, Denny. Any questions, Denny? We'll start with in the back with Reed. Get a microphone to Reed.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Denny, when you ran the 3850, did you think you had it?
I thought it was definitely a lap that would be in contention for it. We improved our car just slightly from the previous run, and it looked like our time was slightly faster as well. So I thought that, being the fastest car in round 2 with a 51 and improving yet just a little bit more with a 50 in the final, I knew it would put us very close. But I didn't get quite through 3 and 4 on entry as good as I needed to beat the 42. It looked like all my exits were very good, but my entries were just a little bit slow. I knew that it would be close, but running a 50, I thought we probably would have got beat.
Holly?
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. Hey, Denny. What do you think about a couple of fast guys, both Jimmy and Joey, starting at the very back of the field? Is this a place where you don't have to be up at the front all day, or just, your thoughts on how it kind of shook out?
No, it definitely does. Track position's important no matter where we go. I don't think it's as important as somewhere like Phoenix, where it's a little bit tougher to pass. I think this track, if you have a good car, you can make up positions. So I think it's probably less of a disadvantage here as it is maybe anywhere. So those guys are fast enough. They're going to make it to the front pretty soon. The only disadvantage also of them starting in the back is there's really no tire strategies to be had at this race. So you can't get up to the front by doing 2 tires or no tires or not pitting. Everyone has to take 4 every single time. So it makes them have to try to get to the front the old-fashioned way.
Question up here, and then a follow-up from Reed.
Okay, Presto, carsandcompetition.com. Denny, I noticed that there was a tailwind coming out of the turn. Was that any advantage, giving a little extra speed here at the track today?
Yeah, I don't think it made the speeds faster, but it definitely changes the way we drive. I know that there was no wind in practice, but there was in qualifying. So anytime there's a headwind, you can always drive into the corner slightly deeper than what you did before, so carry more throttle in. Maybe that's the difference, in that 100th that I missed out on there is not carrying that speed in the 3 that I needed to, having a headwind there. So, yeah, you have to drive the corners differently if you have a tailwind or a headwind, and that's something that we didn't have in practice but did have in qualifying.
Thank you. Go back to Reed for a follow-up.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire. I hear you say, no tire strategy, but I think with the new tire rules, you're down in net 2 sets. Do you think that's going to be a factor late in the race?
It definitely could. If there's a lot of cautions, yeah, there's going to be it's going to be a factor for sure. This racetrack is nearly like Atlanta, where you have to take tires if you just roll around under caution. So it's I like it for that reason. It's one of the oldest surfaces that we have on our circuit. It's still a great surface to race on. Being that we've got 2 less sets, you have to be mindful of it, and it's tough for the crew chiefs because you don't know when the cautions will fall. You only know when 2 will fall, and so you got to try to plan around that if you have those cautions in between. So my guess is if there's a lot of cautions early, there's a chance that somewhere in the middle of the race you will have to stay out on a short stint to save tires for the end.
And we'll wrap it up at Wolfgang.
I have a technical question. Maybe you can give me some information with that. I understand everybody is going qualifying in qualifying trim, and then you go back to race trim. Could you do in practice already a run on race trim, how the car is behaving?
Yeah, some people choose to do it. So we chose today to just practice qualifying, which gives you more sets of tires to run tomorrow during practice. So tomorrow, what we will have is one set for the early morning practice and probably 3 sets for the late practice, where the guys that chose to do race trim today, which was about 20 teams, they will only have 2 sets for the final practice. So that's the difference. That some people, if they feel like they're off and need to try to make sure that everything's fine overnight, you'll practice the race trim today to give you a better baseline for tomorrow. So we'll probably start a little bit further behind from the guys that started in race trim, but we have teammates that started in race trim, so we just take their notes, steal them, and essentially have an extra set of tires.
Additional question: Is it a big effort technical effort to change qualifying trim to race trim?
Yeah, it's probably a 30-minute change or so in the car. Most of it has to do with having to go up on scales and change the weights of each tire and kind of change that aspect of it. So that's the biggest time-consuming thing that we do, switching over.
Great. Thank you, Denny.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks.
it. Good luck on Sunday.
Nice to have you here twice in one day. There we go. With the accessories.
All right, we're here with the Coors Light pole winner for Sunday's 21st Annual Auto Club 400, Kyle Larson. He drives the number 42 Target Chevrolet for Chip Ganassi Racing, and his outstanding week continues. Points leader, 3 consecutive runner-up finishes, and now he starts P1 for Sunday's race. Kyle, if you want to just talk about the quick lap out there that won you the won you the pole. And or if Owen wants to answer, that's fine too.
Answer it, Owen. No, it was a good qualifying run for us. We were quickest in practice there. Yeah, we were quickest in practice, and there in the first round, I felt like I underdrove a little bit, and I think we were 4th fast overall, and then sixth the second round, and I had been running the bottom in 3 and 4, and knew that I was gonna have to move up for the final round, and it stuck good up there and got us the pole. So yeah, it was a great day for our target team, and looking forward to tomorrow in practice and having a good balance for Sunday's race.
Okay, any questions for Kyle? We'll start with Lee in the back there.
Kyle Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com.
Say it.
Hey, little man, who's your favorite driver?
He'll say Don Don. Hey, who's going to win on Sunday? Who's going to win on Sunday? No?
Talk a
Freeze
little
it
bit
up.
about tire management. It seems like it's going to be incredibly important here come Sunday.
Yeah, tire management's always really important here. Seems to be more important each and every year as the track kind of wears out some. So yeah, it makes a lot of fun though. All of us drivers always enjoy going to tracks like here in Chicago, Charlotte, Atlanta, places like that. So Fontana though is a tricky one because you also have the seams to work with. So that makes it even trickier in how you kind of position your cars over the seams. So finding the right balance for that's tricky, but our car's been pretty good so far this season, and hopefully it'll be the same in race trim.
Any other questions for Kyle?
All done. Oh.
Robbie, over here.
Robbie Mays, MRN. Kyle, you've been second the last 3 weeks. What do you got to do to better that by 1 position on Sunday?
Honestly, probably just keep doing what we're doing, and then if we get a late restart, just here is so different, because you got to be so aggressive, and you can get ate up really fast if you're not aggressive here. So it's got to be pick and choose a little bit better there on those late restarts, and just try and be mistake free like we have been, and hopefully that's what it takes to win. It's nice when you have fast race cars because it makes it a little bit easier to run up front and get wins. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Anyone else for Kyle? All right. Well, thank you very much, Kyle. Congratulations on the pole, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.